हो गया ना.
So children, today already we are seeing that previous week already we have discussed about your topic narration, direct indirect speech as well as your note making here. Now you see the passage of this. Despite all the research, every one of us catches a cold and most of us catches it frequently. Our failures to control one of the commonest of all ailments sometimes seems ridiculous. Medical science regularly practice transplant surgery and has rid whole countries of such fatal diseases as typhus and plague. But the problem of the common cold is unusually difficult and much has yet to be done to solve it. It is known that a cold is caused by one of the number of viral infections that affects the lining of the nose and other passages leading to the lung, but the confusing variety of viruses makes study and remedy very difficult. It was shown in 1960 that many typical colds in adults are caused by one or the other of the family of viruses known as rhinoviruses, yet there still remains many colds for which no virus has yet been isolated. There is also the difficulties that because they are so much smaller than the bacteria which causes many other infection, viruses cannot be seen with ordinary microscopes. So despite of all the research, every one of us catches a cold and most of us catch it frequently. Our failures to control one of the commonest of all ailments sometimes seem ridiculous. Medical science regularly practice transplant surgery and has rid whole countries of such fatal disease. These are the fatal diseases like typhoid, plagues, and problems of the common cold is unusually difficult and much has yet to be done to solve it. It is not a cough cold is caused by one of the number of viral infection that affects the lining of the nose and other passages leading to lungs. Like for example, corona also. It affected our lungs, but the confusing variety of viruses make study and remedy very difficult. It was shown in 1960 that many typical colds in adults are caused by one or other of a family of viruses known as rhinoviruses, yet there still remains many colds for which no viruses has yet been isolated. There is also a difficulty that because they are so much smaller than the bacteria, which causes many other infection viruses cannot be seen on ordinary microscope. I remember my childhood as being generally happy, can recall experiencing some of the most carefree times of my life. But I can also remember even more vividly moments of being deeply frightened. As a child, I was truly terrified of the dark and getting lost. These fears were very real and caused me some extremely uncomfortable moments. May it was strange was things who looked and sounded in my familiar's room at night and that scared me so much. There was never total darkness, but a street light or passing car light made clocks hung over a chair take some the shape of an unknown beast. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw curtains moves when there was no breeze, a tiny creaks in the floor would sound 100 times louder than in the daylight, and my imagination would take over. Creating burglar and monsters, darkness always made me feel helpless. My heart would pound and I would lie very still so that the enemy wouldn't discover me. So darkness always made me feel helpless. My heart would pound and I would lie very still so that the enemy wouldn't discover me. Another childhood fear of mine was that I would get lost, especially on the way home from school. Every morning I got on the school bus right near my home. That was no problem. After school, though, when all the buses were lined up and along the curve, I was terrified that I would get on the wrong one and be taken to some unfamiliar neighborhood. I would scan the bus for the faces of my friends, make sure that the bus driver was the same one and that had been there in the morning. Even then, ask the others over and over again to be sure I was in the right bus. Conversation is indeed the most easily teachable of all arts. Conversation means the practice of doing, making practice of doing, so talking to each other, converse your thoughts and imagination and ideas to everyone, and we can translate and we can send our views to everyone's now through the conversation. Conversation is a good practice for doing your arts. All you need to do in order to become a good conversationalist is to find a subject that interests you and your listener. There are, for example, numberless hobbies to talk about. But the important thing is that you must talk about other fellows' hobby rather than your own. Therein lies the secret of your popularity. Talk to your friends about the thing that interests them, and you will get a reputation for good fellowship. Charming wits and brilliant mind, there is nothing that pleases people so much as your interest in their interest. It is just as important to know what subjects to avoid and what subject to select for good conversation. If you don't want to be sat down as a wet blankets or a bow, be careful to avoid certain unpleasant subjects. Avoid talking about yourself unless you are asked to do so. People are interested in their own problems, not in your sickness or death bores everybody. The only one who willingly listens to such talks is the doctor, but he gets paid for it. So, in this paragraph, we observe conversation is indeed the most easily teachable of our arts. And all you need to do in order to become a good conversationalist is to find a subject that interests you and your listener. There are more examples, numberless hobbies to talk about. But the important thing is that you must talk about other fellows' hobbies rather than your own. There is lies the secret of your popularity. Talk to your friends about the things of interest to them, and you will get a reputation for your good fellowship. Charming wits and brilliant smile. So students having the charming wits and brilliant mind is nothing that pleases people so much your interest in their interest. It is just as important to know what subjects to avoid and what subject to select for good conversation. If you don't want to be set down as a wet blankets or a bore, be careful to avoid certain unpleasant subjects. Avoid talking about yourself unless you are asked to do so. People are interested in their own problems, not in your sickness or that bores everybody. The only one who willingly listens to such talk from the doctor, but he gets paid for it. Notice writings. You are Jyoti of class 11th, the schools of excellence Gwalior. You are the cultural secretary of your school. Draft a notice informing the student about the inter-school dance competitions and request the interested participants to get them registered with you. You are the school captains of government boy high secondary girls. Write a notice. This is a notice writing children. Write a notice for your all other number of student council to attend a meeting to prepare a plan for annual functions. So this is the notice writings for annual function here. You are the member of school's eco club. Write a notice informing the student about the tree plantation drive in your school. You are the member of OJS class in your school. Write a notice informing all the students about the science exhibition in your school. This is the your notice informing the students where you are going to for the science exhibition in your school. Your Abhinav Ankita Government High Secondary Anandnagar School Charitable Trust has come to your school asking for help. Write a notice requesting the student to donate items of daily use. Poster making. Poster making actually represents the pictures and pictograms and diagrams of any topics. It shows that your views, and through the pictures you can write your slogans and your ideas and thought also. You are the one student of government MGHS Bhopal. Your school is going to organize a blood donation camp. Design an attractive poster. Design a poster to be issued by the Delhi police cautioning people not to touch any unclaimed object. Design an attractive poster to make people aware about the traffic rules. Design an attractive poster to make people aware about the dowry system. Design a poster on the need of save the environment. Advertisement writing. Your father has been transferred to another city. You want to sell certain household goods. goods, design a suitable advertisement to be published in the local newspaper. You want to sell your old car as you're planning to buy a new one. Draft a suitable advertisement to be published in local daily under the classified column. This is your advertisement for sell and buy, purchase. And you are selling your old car to as you're planning to buy a new one. Draft a suitable advertisement to be published in a local daily under the classified column. You want to let out a house, prepares an advertisement to this effect for publications in newspaper giving the location of the building, natures of accommodations, rent expected, etc. You have just lost your important documents while traveling in a local bus. Draft an advertisement. This is advertisements when you are traveling in local bus. So table to given in the local daily. You are the export manager of Deepa Limited Indore. You need accountant for your office. Write an advertisement for the national daily offering an initial salary 20,000 per month with free accommodation. Formal letter writing, you have not received your roll numbers card for the class 12th examination. Now, write a letter to the secretary MP would Bhopal asking for it. Write a letter to the president Residents Welfare Association of your locality suggesting some measures that could be taken for solving the problem of water scarcity and conserving water. This is the Residents Welfare Association of locality for conserving water. You are Anita Patel residing 254 Saket Nagar, Balaghat. Write a letter to the editor of local newspaper expressing your concern about deteriorating law and order situation in the city. This is your another letter writings to your younger brother. You are Nishant residing Patri Anupam Nagar, Civil Lines, Jabalpur. Your friends have passed in the final examination. Write a letter congratulating him on his success. Write a letter to your friend advising him to study English, math, general knowledge, and reasoning for competitive examination. Long composition 120 to 150 words. Importance of protecting tree. Benefits of modern technology. Harmful effect, benefit of modern technology. Under the modern technology, where we are applying internet, online, Google, educational platform, and video conferencing through online classes, also YouTube and in YouTube's and Geo Meets and Google Meets through our educational platform, we are giving our delivering lecture there. Benefits of modern technology. Harmful effects of junk foods. Students, those are going to school and taking your pizza, burgers, and other junk foods. So it is very harmful for the health as well as for it makes them sick also. So it is harmful for the it's harmful is the impact and prevention of COVID-19. COVID-19's nowadays it is going on, and its next step is Omicron, like we are observing here, and protecting for the Omicron. We are taking vaccinations, and we are protecting mask through mask and and using sanitizers for washing our hands. So daily it is protecting to our health and getting not inside our viruses in our bodies if we are saving. So COVID-19 in environment day by day, COVID-19 viruses are rises and Omicron viruses are rises. So we can protect through vaccines and taking full precaution. Importance of games and sports are very important. Games and sport because of more studious students, very intelligent students, they easily can study well, and they can learn easily more and more study matter. But most of the important thing is those are intelligent and good in practicing games and sports. So so they can now turn their life in doing making practice also. So it is very important to do make health proper and make health and wealthy now. So games and sports are also very essential for for our good health as well as for our mental health and physical health also. Except the study and except the other co-curricular activities through the games, indoor and outdoor games. So we must encourage to the students for getting entry in games and sports also, so they can get the chance for their health as well as getting the opportunities at the state level or national level also. Importance of global warming. Global warming, it's a very global warming. It is a universal fact on the society, and due to the temperature rising of the earth, the global warming affected day by day. And we see the fossil fuel. The reason are their global warming, see the fossil fuel and environment pollution there, and environment pollutions, and we are spreading many other diseases, so due to this environment. So like fossil fuels, from a long time, we under the sea beds we get the fossil fuel like petroleum, methane, and charcoal, kerosene, and 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 grease, and lubricants also, and seabeds, under the seabeds, where we get fossil fuels, and these fossil fuels cannot be for a long time for using here. So easily we can say that our duty to save the fossil fuels, and to save the environment also. Otherwise we are daily demanding from Arabian countries, and we are taking petrol from other countries also. Another reason for the global warming is the rising the temperatures, air pollution, many vehicles having the greatest percentage of the hydrogens, nitrogen, and sulfur dioxide. So it causes the harmful gases are increasing in the day by day environments, and it causes the air temperature, the temperature of the air rises, and this causes the air pollution. The same way the soil pollution also, the soil eruptions. We are cutting daily many forest area and plants for the advantage of the human life, furnitures and furnitures and for advantages of the fruits, and our purpose of for the flowers and fragrance, etc. But now we are not thinking about in future what would happen if we are cutting daily, day by day, forest, and so it causes soil erosions, and the soil of the all the forest areas flows due to the forest cutting, and we are lack of rain and lack of eruptions and soil erosion day by day rising. So we must stop forest soil erosion, and we must control the forest cutting there. So this is the harmful effect of the global warming, and the using of chlorofluorocarbons, nitrocarbons on the your on your painting, for using a painting on your doors, and etc. So it causes also harmful chlorofluorocarbon goes to the environments and touches to the ozone layers, and it causes um, ozone layer destruction. So slowly, O3 cover, which protects our Earth and safe from ultraviolet rays of the sun. And if the ultraviolet rays from the sun directly enter to the Earth, and it gives us skin cancer and body body harmful diseases. So we need to protect our skin from ultraviolet rays, and we need to protect our body from many diseases. So the ozone layer is the protective layer which covers our earth, and it stop ultraviolet rays which is coming from sun also. So for the following reasons, students, because you are studying in 12th standard, you must have knowledge about global warming. It is a universal problem because it causes universal global warmings, the following reason for the global warming, air pollution, and we see the using of chlorofluoro, cutting of forest trees, and mostly balancing of the natures are disturbing, and fossil fuels. So the following seasons we observed here for distracting the ozone layer here, fossil fuel and air pollutions, and your using of chlorofluoro here. So this causes a global warming here. So we need to protect our environment and save our earth also. Importance of games and sports are very essential for the students' welfare as well as for mental and physical growth also. Impact and prevention of the COVID-19, harmful effect of junk food, benefit of modern technology. Nowadays, we students, you see the modern technologies like Digital India project and your skills development project also, entrepreneurship project also, the following project to the educational platform, online classes also, and artificial intelligence, smart board, and online, and through your Google Meets, Facebook, social medias, all are using for developing your benefits of modern technology. Importance of protecting trees, very essential. Protecting trees. How can we protect our trees? Uh, Through plantation, more and more plantations, save trees, save the earth also, save trees, save the earth also. And we are seeing the balancing of the natures there in the environments where we are seeing that the oxygen percentage is day by day decreasing. So because of the cutting of the trees, if we plant more and more trees, so definitely the percentage of the oxygen arises, and due to the photosynthesis process, the carbon dioxide absorbed by the plants and releases oxygen fastly, and this photosynthesis process as same as than in marine plants also, because due to the destruction, and due to the destruction of the marine life, because of they are the using fossil fuels stops, and leakage of oil, and chemical pollutions we are giving in rivers and seas and oceans. So their marine life also affected due to the chemical pollution there. And in agriculture sites also, we are using insecticides and pesticides and chemical fertilizers we are spreading on the crops. So so definitely it will be affect our marine life, and it gives the chemical and water pollutions there. So so this marine life affected due to the chemical fertilizers and chemical pollutions we are giving in the oceans and rivers also. So it makes the water polluted, and the marine life also affected due to the what chemical pollution there, children. So stop the chemical fertilizers like insecticide, urea, and pesticides wherever the farmers those are using chemical fertilizer. And instead of chemical fertilizers, we must use mm, your mm, homemade like biogas also, cow dungs. Through the cow dungs also we can apply on our plants and on the crops also. So stop using of your insecticides and pesticides and chemical fertilizers on the crops. Instead of chemical fertilizer, apply their cow dungs and human made manure there. So this is the main important thing, the manure which you are applying, cow dungs and homemade. And it gives the stores like gobar gas plant where you can get the methane gas through your cow dungs and saves energy. You can use it as a fuel also. So instead of chemical, applies their homemade or cow dungs and gobar gas plants there. So easily your natural manure, your plants will get natural manure, and your you have the good fuel, high percentage of fuel. Next is the and another way protecting trees in this way also. We have manure also, gobar gas plants and good fuel, and plants more and more trees, and and like urbanizations, and day by day urbanization is more increasing. So we are cutting plants and forest there, and there we are making buildings, shopping malls, and factories there, and providing job for the labor also. But we are not thinking about the if there will be no forest on the earth, what would happen in the future, and our next generation have no any fuel, any oxygen percentage, and they have no any opportunities to live in the environments for balanced life. So first of all, we need to think about the for our next generations, what we are giving to our next generation. If we save trees, if we save earth, if we save our environment, next generation may be survive also. Day by day, corona and pandemics, and omicron also day by day increasing. So it affect our natural life and affect our environments also. So automatically we are not surviving, but still we need to survive for taking care of our next generation. So save our natural, save our trees, save our earth, and save our families also. To follow the following instructions and take the precaution carefully, it will be very helpful to save energy. It will be very helpful for our family welfare also. Our duty to save the society, our duty to save environment, our duty to save our earth also. So children, the following topic is very important for protecting tree, modern technology, preventing COVID-19, importance of clean and global warming here. You are the secretary of Eco Club, or your school recently celebrated tree plantation week. Write the report of school message. Similarly, children's tree plantations means where you are celebrating tree plantation, means every students celebrate tree plantation उत्सव. Nowadays, our CM and your PM have organized, have given the opportunity, have celebrated tree plantation utsav like Yuva Utsav, and your One Mahotsav like also. One Mahotsav, and this One Mahotsav, every student celebrate tree plantation, plant daily a one plant for giving the oxygen there. So every student have the duty to plant one more trees also. So this is very essential for every student. So this One Mahotsav means where we are going to celebrate our more and more plant and varieties of the plant also, and we are giving opportunities to do well for their societies also. So children, to One Mahotsav is tea plantation report celebrating where you can plant so many flowers plants, and your medicinal plants there, Ayurvedic plants there, your biological plants there, many plantations. So recently you celebrate tree plantations, and for the tree plantation you prepare your report, and on the reports where you write all the details of the plantation of the trees, and the what the student do for the societies also. So in this way, students, you have many utsav like your children day, similarly on teachers day also, annual function also, where you have a opportunity to celebrate your any festivals there. So this is the report for report writings, where we can see this report shows that everyone those are participating in the celebrations of any activities of the school. Now see the children's debate competition last month. This is also your school activity debate competition. Which one is favor, and the second part will be against your. like two part are there, one will be on your favor and next will be in your against. So favor means where are the students, those are in, suppose one topic is your, yeah, you have a one topic is your the where we are giving to the children, like girls educations and beti bachao beti padhao. In our societies many critics are there in village areas and rural areas and in especially in Adivasi areas there. There they want to go to their girls to join the schools, even they want to teach the girls, and they get early marriage girl and just hide the girls' specialities and girls' qualities there in generally tribal areas also. So in that particular tribal area where the girls are not getting admission in the schools, they are not getting education, they don't know about the what is happening in the world, they don't touch with the world qualities or don't not awareing about the in the societies, even some crimes happen with the girls and girls they tolerate each and everything, but they are not opposing the wrong persons and they are not going to take action against the people those are doing wrong thing there. So in this way we see there we see there the we are not protecting girls, we are just doing the same way the from the beginnings what is happening in the societies also in tribal areas, in rural and village. We one side we are saying that the era has changed, modern technology has arrived in the India, and we are using digital India plan and India turn in digitalization field now. But are we adapting, following terms, digitalizations, modern technology, and modern words? One of the part of the India, those are suffering from poverty, dowry system, populations, and we can say many diseases and tribals area. They don't know about the what is the right and what is happening in the society. They are not awareing about the rules and regulation. They are not awareing about like other in other they don't know about what is the benefits for them. They just only coming to as for the livings and they died now. So our duty to children for inaugurating many 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 historical movement like in before month last month Birsa Munda Jayanti we had celebrated for Korku and Adivasis people where they have gathered in the Bhopal. They have celebrated a very big ceremony for the Adivasis, all the Madhya Pradesh of Gond, Bhil and Korku and Birsa Munda Jayanti. In this way, the CM of your MPs giving a better opportunity for the Adivasis and rural areas the backward classes areas. They come and take the chance and know about the advantages of for their welfare also. At CM already giving the opportunities to all the time to the girls of your Adivasi girls also. So our duty to take to make them aware. Our voice should must be loud and we in this way CM want to aware about the different cultures and different varieties and different different caste religions in one language. We are following the one language and one one world family. Now in this way we can say one world family now, because in India is a very diversities now. India is a very diversities, variation are there, and we are living in a living in one world, one family. It's a very basic rule of one world and one family. To respect, give to the respect to everyone, and make them comfort to the others also. We cannot discriminate through their language, caste, religion, and we cannot harm them through their any in any way. So our constitutions, when this constitution made for all over the world, Indian constitution is very flexible because it's a democracy system where all the people for the people, and government for the people, and the government selected by the people also. So in this India, we cannot discriminate, we cannot criticize to others also. We cannot say to no to everyone, you cannot do this thing also. This is not the rules and regulation of everyone. So basically, in India, we all are free citizens. We cannot dominate to everyone. We cannot say to because in Indian people generally have respected, and all over the world they are getting respect from everyone's there. So this is the facilities in India. That's why India is respected by all over the world because of the India is a secular country, secularisms and democratic systems there. So we are very lucky born in India, and we have a good constitutions and respect every religion and every world. We are living in one world and one family also. So children, you are very lucky to have a you are born in India, and you have a greatest virtues of your life also. This is the year we have this is near the celebrated tree plantation annual function, and Birsa Munda Jayanti, many festival, one Mahotsav and other Utsav we are celebrating in MP because of India is a secular country. India is a democratic country. And every state have a different cultures. Every state have different language, and in MP also we have before last month we have celebrated Birsa Munda Jayanti now. So one Mahotsav also, Children's Day, Teachers' Day, annual functions, all these days we have celebrated in India. So students, you must aware about your society. This is the topics actually recently highlight your current memory. It is highlighting your awareness. It is highlighting about your awareness. We must about the awareness. What is debate competitions? Last month we have observed the last month debate competition. One is favor and against is favor. And next is your loss of property vehicle. Where when how did the accident? See the another sections. See grammar section is very easy. Everyone can know grammar section. Children. Like we did it, change into negative, children. We did not do it. He teaches English, negative, he does not teach English. Simple present tense we see here, children. First sentence is simple past there. So easily we can say first sentence is simple past there, so we change into we did not do it, and change into negative, he does not teach English. Raja cried for milk. Present indefinite, Raja cries for milk. They are playing football, change football are being played by them. In this way also children we can highlight the Purdue as characters very easy. First of all, you have to identify the sentence. The sentence has given in which tense, like first tense is your simple past where we did it. We did not do it. He teaches English into negative. He does not teach English because into negative. Raja cried for milk, change into present indefinite. Raja cried for milk. Change the voice, they are playing football. So football are being played by them. He makes nice tea. Voice. Tea is made by him. So it is very easy. We see here combines neither nor. Sita neither sings nor dances. Mohan too weak to lift this bag using, so that Mohan is so weak so that he cannot lift this bag. An apple an apple keeps a doctor away. Rearrange the words you're using unless Rajesh act now, he will not lose everything. Combine the sentence to and into. She is working on. She wants to crack NEET examination. So she is working hard to. She is too working hard to crack NEET examination. Similarly, the children both, you can see the following examples. You can ask the wherever you have difficulties, any, you can tell me about the in the examples also. Poetry, prose, and supplementaries here. Prose, poetry, we see as well. Any difficulties, you can ask me. So thank you for joining me, children. Any doubt, any difficulties, you can ask me. This is it's a very previous time for you, and make your time very useful for your life also, and it give you opportunity in your future. Any doubt, any difficulties, you can personally contact me, and note down in your copies your question paper and your question question bank also. Thank you for joining. Poetry and poem extract also. If you will learn, find out the poetry, article, constitutions, India, all things, whatever is. Any doubt and any difficulties, we can discuss in next sessions also. Whatever this question bank, we can continue in next session also. Accept the material, because we are explaining in English, so you have the good practice of listening of your conversation also. Nowadays we are not meeting daily, but through the conversation and through your delivering this speech, you are good listener, children, we know very well. So accept, so daily or whatever, when we are topic is going in your mind, so automatically you grasp in your mind, and you note down in your copies also. So I hope the children, you continue listening the mind this video, and your material wherever you are getting there. Okay, because listening is very important for you. Grasp your or each and every words in your mind. We think that we can learn all the question and answer in the examination, but except this, we need to more develop our practice for the listening also. Listening give you the power of concentration to grasp the vocabulary power, and through the grasping your vocabulary power, you continue your dialogue writing, your conversations, and your way of fluency will be very hard there. So students, thank you for joining.